You're listening to ESL Podcasts English Cafe, number 539. Rye began her is so important and Navy to Japan in order to do something specific. People also use the verb train when they are getting ready to perform some sort of athletic event or simply some kind of exercise to help their body be stronger. Rye began her right after training the follow license at the same 1970 PhD. In 1978, right after she completed her PhD at the same time, flying a driver's in a plane, a pilot. She finished her training to the person who in a plane. Normal in 1978, right after she completed her PhD, charge of or is flying a plane. A license would be a certificate of or is flying a plane. A license would be a certificate of or is flying a plane. A license would be a certificate of or is flying a plane. In a log cabin. A log, L-O-G, is basically a large round piece of wood, or is flying a plane. A license would be a certificate of or is flying a petition. There are actually websites you can look at that will tell you how many presidents were born in log cabins. The answer is 7 presidents. But the idea of being born in a log cabin is part over the issue of slavery with some that stays up in rational is an adjective to describe something. This is a rational response. That means this is a logical, reasonable response. Rationale is a noun describing the reasons or explanations for something. It could be the explanations or log cabin is so over the issue of slavery, with some people for it and some people against it. Fillmore then was never elected president of the U.S. He was president because he was vice president when the president died. Fillmore had a few things that he did during his term, in addition to getting involved in the issue of slavery, the most important of which was sending the U.S. Navy to Japan. He sent Commodore Perry to Japan in 1853 in order to force the Japanese to open up their borders to trade. This was from the American point of view, a successful trip in that Japan started having both diplomatic and economic relations, not just with the United States, but in later years with other Western countries as well. It also effectively ended the shogunate in Japan, the military leadership that had ruled Japan prior to that time. Other than the problems